What's up, you guys? As you guys could tell by the title of this video, I'm finally gonna get my baby tooth extracted and I'm so excited. I had to be very quiet because it's like 10 o'clock at night and people are sleeping. I know I look like a mess. I just got out of the shower, did not even comb my hair. I did say I was gonna update you guys when I finally figured out everything with my baby tooth extraction, which I did. I am going to go in for my procedure at 8 o'clock in the morning, so bright and early, and I wanted to tell you guys the process of and what it's going to be and what the costs are looking like really fast before we get into the procedure. So here is my baby tooth right here, and if you guys want to see close-ups of my teeth or what it is like right now with the baby tooth, go check out my 10-month update, and at the very end of that video I posted videos and photos for you guys on what that looks like so far. Unfortunately, I did go to a couple of different consultations to get this process and procedure taken care of, but a lot of normal dentists don't do the extraction and the exposing of the canine tooth. They just do the extractions. So I have to go to an oral surgeon, and the oral surgeon I'm going to was the doctor that I was referred to in the very first place by my ortho. The only downside about it is that I do have to pay out of pocket because they do not accept insurance. That was pretty costly. I'm gonna be awake during my whole procedure, which I'm kind of nervous about because the pain aspect of it, but with the anesthesia it was about $1,500 out of pocket, and your girl can't do that like right now. So I was like, you know what, whatever, like let's do it without it. Like I'm gonna tough it out. It's a baby tooth, whatever. How bad can it be? I don't know. If I cry tomorrow, I cry, whatever. But what I'm paying out of pocket without the anesthesia is gonna be $1,236, and you do get a 5% discount for paying in cash or paying by check, which I am gonna be doing. And honestly, 5% isn't really a lot, so I'm ending up paying $1,216, which is like $15 cheaper. But I mean, any amount of money that I could save at this point pretty much is helpful. They are going to help me submit my claim to my insurance on my own. That's a bit of a process too, but I'm just so glad that I'm finally taking care of it. So I'm going to be going in tomorrow. Today is my last night with my baby tooth, and how I'm feeling right now is excited and nervous. I just started my summer classes and I'm scared because we have to do Zoom meetings, and I'm going to have a big ass gap in my teeth, and I'm just gonna be talking like this the whole time, so hopefully they don't look at this side. But they were gonna put a fake implant on that area that's gonna be left empty until my canine tooth starts coming down, but then my oral surgeon was like, oh no, we're not gonna do that, you're supposed to go ask your ortho. And I called my ortho and they're like, oh, we're not doing that. So basically I'm gonna have a huge gap, but again, whatever. I've been awaiting this for a very long time, so I'm just eager to get it done and over with. So yeah, the next time you guys see me in this video, I won't be having my baby tooth there anymore, and I will let you guys know how that process went. See you. Good night. Hey guys, so I finally got my surgery done. If I don't look excited, it's because half of my face is legit numb. I didn't get anesthesia, so they had to numb my face pretty much entirely. So this whole half of my face is numb. First of all, I'm not waiting to make this video until like later, so my face isn't numb anymore. I want to show you guys here and now, because the braces journey, I might make it look like rainbows and butterflies. It might look like just like this glow up of a process, but this has probably been the hardest part, and I'm glad that I got it over and done with, because this was the hardest part of the whole thing so far for me. I'm going to give you guys my personal experience. I'm going to tell you guys exactly how it happened for me, and then you go based off of that. So I went into the procedure. The thing I was nervous about the most was the Novocaine shots. I was a little scared to have a needle going through my gums. I mean, I know it doesn't really sound scary when I say it. Well, actually, no, that sounds really freaking scary. Anyways, I hate needles. Like, I hate needles. I gave birth before, you guys. I was in labor, so I was like, the whole entire time I was like, girl, you went through labor, you're good. Just tough it out. And I'm sorry if I seem like a little loopy or like kind of like absent, then it's because my face is still wearing off.
I was like, girl, you're good. Oh my god, I forgot I have my smoothie. I'm just over here wasting this. Oh, by the way, guys, I got some Juice Land. It doesn't look that great, but this is called the Soul Boulder, and it has spirulina in it because I have not had any food today, and they did recommend I eat. I mean, duh. Why would they have to recommend me to eat? I mean, you should eat automatically. Anyways, hold on, let me get some of this. I mean, it's good, but it's better through a straw, I guess. Anyways, okay. Got stuff on my mouth. Oh, let me show you guys. Oh, I was like, oh, it's not that bad. It's not bad at all. And then look at it from the side. I can't even laugh. Okay. Anyways, the shots had nothing on the procedure, and I will tell you why. So I went in for my surgery at 8 o'clock in the morning. My surgery did not stop until about 9:40, which means it was about an hour 40 minutes. And just to give you guys a little background, my surgery was only supposed to be for about 45 minutes to an hour. The reason why it took much longer than expected, the surgeon told me, was it was a little bit more challenging because they had a hard time finding my canine tooth. Okay. Anyways, so they went in with the shots, they numbed my mouth, and that was that. They pulled out my baby tooth, which my baby tooth, the root of it was much longer than expected. It was really up in there, so they had to, like, I felt the wiggling and I felt the pressure. Just to warn you guys, with this procedure, pressure. Be ready for the pressure. If you are going to be awake, be ready for the pressure. The one thing that I would change, if anything, for my procedure is I wish I would have been put to sleep. And the reason why is because it was painful for me. Only because they had thought that they were gonna go through the front of my gum and get my canine tooth that way. But my canine tooth was pretty hidden in my gums, so they actually went from the back. And they had to, like, dig some bone, and they had to chisel some stuff. Being awake for it, I was like, once they were pulling out the baby tooth, I was already nervous. I was like, man, I wish I was asleep. I was just like, oh my gosh, please, wait, what's next? So they had to go in through the back. That's where things got hard for me because I felt the pain. Like, I remember I was laying there and she was like, I'm gonna try to show you guys an example because me saying it's a little bit, like, hard to explain. So imagine, like, this is like my gum, right? And my tooth is somewhere in there. This is like the drill that she was using. She was going like this. So she would put pressure and try to scrape it and then go like that. So imagine that in your mouth, like this, right? And imagine that, like, on the back side of it. So she would hit the top of my mouth with, like, this freaking sharp object. And I felt it, and I remember in the middle of it, I was like, ah, like, oh my gosh. Like, of course my mouth was, like, pried open, so I couldn't verbalize it, but I was making, like, noises. And they were like, can you feel that? And I was like, yeah. Like, they were like, is it the pressure or is it the pain? And I was like, I don't even know which one it is at this point. It hurts. So they had to give me more Novocaine in the backside, which it did help a little bit. But the whole entire time they had a blanket, like, over my lap, I was squeezing the hell out of this blanket. My toes were curling. I was on the verge of, like, being like, hold on, you guys, stop. They did ask me, like, throughout the procedure, if you need a break, let me know. Like, raise your left hand, we'll give you a break. But the way my mindset going into it was, okay, you have a tolerance for pain, right? And I went through labor. Like, I was like, no pain should amount to the pain of labor. But oral pain is a different pain. So anyways, you have a pain tolerance, right? You get to the certain climax, and, like, that is, like, the top peaking point of the pain. But then it should start subsiding, or it's just start getting more numb. That's the way I look at it. I mean, maybe that's just all in my head, but that's the way I see pain. And so I told myself, if I reach like that top peak of pain and I'm about to give up, then I need to keep going, because it's not gonna get better, but it's gonna start subsiding, because the pain is gonna be so painful it starts getting numb. So I was like, if I take a break, right, in the middle of it when it's getting really bad, they're gonna let my gums be at ease and take away the pain for like 5 seconds. But then the second they jump back in, it's going to hurt, and it's gonna start from square one going back up to that tip. So I'm gonna have to keep taking breaks at that point. So I just toughed it out and went through all of it with no break, because I wasn't gonna do it. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did cry. I don't care. I told my mom, and she's like, oh, you're such a baby. I was like, no, Mom, like, I cried. They started digging in the back, and when she started doing that scraping thing and they, like, stabbing my like top of my mouth, I was like, dude, I'm done. So I did cry a little bit. It wasn't like a like a boo-hoo cry. It was just like tears were like running down my eyes, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, why am I awake? So I do wish I was asleep. Listen, I'm not trying to make this sound like a nightmare. I'm so glad that it's over and done with, you guys. Like, I'm so glad. It was a little bit more challenging than we expected, but the oral surgeon and the assistant did such a good job. They wanted to make sure that they uncovered enough of the tooth so that my ortho could pull the tooth down without like any issues, and so I don't have to go back for surgery. So I'm very thankful that they at least took like all the precautions. I could have said stop, like, and gave up, but again, I had to pay out of pocket for this, so like there's no way. Like, do it, just do it and get it over with. I'm gonna try to show you guys. If you guys get queasy easily, I would advise you not to watch this, because honestly I don't even want to look at it, but for the sake of the video I'm gonna show you guys. They did bond the tooth, and they did put the chain on it, and they put sutures on it that are supposed to be dissolving in about 4 to 5 days. I'm gonna show you guys again. I don't want to look at it, but I want to show you guys because I'm sure people are gonna ask. Okay. A lot of blood on my mouth. If you guys don't like blood, don't watch. Oh. When I first saw myself, I was like, oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And then I look at the side of it. That's pretty bad. Oh gosh. That was my experience with my extraction. I'm gonna update you guys as soon as I have like my 1 week update, or like post follow-up, or post-op. I think that's what it is, post-op. I will update you guys and let you guys know how it's going. I'm gonna spend the rest of my day kind of just relaxing and trying to get some sleep before my class, because my summer classes have started. So now I'm gonna be taking summer college courses, and that's like in 2 hours. So as much as possible, I'm going to try to rest and see how that goes. So again, you guys, it's not all rainbows and butterflies if you have a lot of work to be done in your mouth for braces. If you're just getting them slapped on and your teeth are shifting, it is painful, but it's not as bad as you think. Now, if you do have the extractions that need to be done, and the uncovering and exposure and bonding stuff that you have to do on your mouth, then my recommendation is go to sleep. Go to sleep, because girlfriend, if you do not like pressure and you don't like the sounds of the drills and the chisels and stuff, it's not fun. Especially when they find out they have to do more work than they thought in the beginning. Like, I wish mid-procedure I was gonna be like, hey, can you all put me to sleep and I'll pay extra, because I don't care. But I'm glad I did it. I'm just glad I got it over with. So again, I'll update you guys. Stay in tune. I'm gonna go to sleep. Bye.